Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your March 2020 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube, and I can be found on social media as Wisdom of the Heart. And that's on Facebook and Instagram. So, welcome to these messages. I'm really excited to be connecting and sharing them with you again. I trust that you are enjoying the connection as well. Before we get too far into it, please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's greatly supportive to me in more ways than you know. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I have a goal in my head of a number of subscribers that I would like to see here rather soon. So that is a great way that you can support the work that I'm here to do. Scorpio? Confusion. So March looks like it may be a bit of a confused time for you. And what I'm feeling with, the sun in a fellow water sign, I feel like a lot of the confusion is it feels like what I'm feeling, this is really interesting, is that the mind is confusing the emotions. And you're trying to logically make sense of the emotions, which is keeping you in this bind. And what I'm feeling, it's like, it really feels as if some of you are limiting and stuck within this loop of time. Don't ask me where that's coming from. That is like the first I've heard of this in March. And of course, it's my beautiful Scorpio family that brings this message to light, if you will. You know, I am being guided to say, if you are feeling, they're asking me to pull another card here from the Magdalene Oracle. If you are in this state of confusion, I really feel like what the universe is asking of you is to let go. Let go of this idea that everything needs to be in a cute little package, tied up neatly with a bow, because that's not how life goes for many of us. You know, it would be nice if it did. This is the energy that comes out to sort out this confusion and to help with the confusion. It's the energy of the beloved. Now, when we say beloved, we can be speaking of twin flame energy, I don't really want to go into that here. That's for a whole other playlist on this channel, I feel. What this is feeling to me, it's the love of your higher self, your eternal connection to source. When you tune into this connection, which is never gone anywhere, it's always been right there inside of you. When you are feeling confused, this is what I'm hearing. When you're feeling confused, tune into the love of your higher self. Tune into your intuition. You're highly intuitive. One of the most psychic of signs, in my opinion. Sorry, that's not a fact. It's just an opinion. And this, this is kind of that energy of Scorpio too, right? It's like, Scorpio has lots of opinions on lots of things, and sometimes gets confused and experiences this confusion when confronted or presented with another. Because, it's almost like Scorpio's fine-tuned into the spirit realms and yet has some challenges and difficulty in honing that energy into their experience, so that they're not walking around confused and feeling discombobulated and unsure of themselves and unsure of, which way to go. The way to go through the month of March, and I'll let you in on a secret, the way to go going forward for the remainder of your days on Mother Earth is by tuning into Source, allowing Source to be the guide, higher self to be the guide, and allowing that wisdom to really calm you, calm the emotions and the waters. I'm really guided. What's popping back in here is Virgo. And Virgo, the first card Virgo received was the Sacred Sexuality card. And for some reason, they just flashed and showed me that card here again for you, Scorpio. And what I'm feeling, this is guided, what I'm guided to say by this is that some of you are still engaging in low frequency, not supportive sexual relations. Okay? And that is wreaking havoc with your emotional body, because when we, you know, the way that women, I'm speaking to both women and men, predominantly my audience is women though, and what I'm being guided to say is think about your anatomy, and the way that we receive a lover is through the root and sacral chakra. Well, these two areas are foundations in this lifetime, and our emotional body, our creative center. And so when we're engaging in sexual activity that is not of the highest frequency, that is not being engaged in as sacred union, sacred connection, this does all kinds of things. First of all, it activates and triggers any hooks, or they're just showing me hooks. Any hooks that we have that remain within the sacral chakra. And, you know, every time that we allow someone into that space that we haven't yet fully healed, we are either, we're either supporting our healing through sacred union and loving connections and touch, or we are within that realm where we're triggering our wounds and reopening them, reactivating them. And it just is this, like, what I'm feeling is this toxic cesspool. So I feel that this message for some of you in March, it's about time to clean up your act and who you're allowing to enter your space, and particularly who you are engaging with in a sexual nature. Is it uplifting? Is it a soulful connection? Is it about the instant gratification, the orgasm, the ejaculation? Because that's fleeting. That's fleeting. It's, you know, it's however long it lasts. And then when the release happens, it's gone. Right? And then that's really a great barometer to get in, to see if this is actual, a healthy union. Because I really feel we're getting back to this time where we are really called to protect and nurture the most sacred parts of ourselves. And no more is the time of, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, if you will, or, casual encounters or booty calls because I'm an empowered woman and that's what I want. How's it working for you? How does it make you feel on the other side of that, that big release? Because, anyways, that's as far as I'm meant to go with that. I trust that makes sense for some of you connecting and tuning in. And now we're going to move on to the dragon energy and see what love and support the dragons have for us. And 2 cards have come through. And the first is the Earth and Water Dragon. And it's funny that Virgo came into this. So I do feel that there is a call for the mother within you to really nurture yourself as you move through these challenging emotions, as you face perhaps confronting truths within you. I do feel like you see the moon behind the dragon, and we've got the dark moon, and then I think that's the waning, the waning crescent. And it does feel like, I'm going back to that confusion card, and I do feel like some of the confusion is coming from your own shadow that you may not want to see, may not want to deal with it right now. You're not ready to deal with it right now. It's time. It's time. And if you can't bring that mother within out to nurture, you go to nature and allow Mother Nature to nurture and comfort you. I'm feeling tree energy big time. And what this dragon supports you this month in doing is creating the foundation for new growth. That's pretty amazing. And it says a fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. And you can't nurture if you're confused. I mean, you have to nurture the confusion. Through the confusion, though, it's not like you're going to birth new opportunities. You won't even be able to see or feel the opportunities when they present, because you're going to be in the depth of that murky water. And I'm really feeling murky water. I feel like this month, Scorpio, you're like the lotus down there in the murky water, which is your own emotional body, your own shadow. Don't be afraid. Embrace it. Love it. Because as March moves on, and I'm really feeling by the time we get to your Scorpio full moon, which will be in May, which will be the 4th of 4 super full moons, and I believe it's like 11th, 12th, 13th of May. By the time we get there, so I feel like for March and April, March is really going to be, you'll be in the throes of it. And again, finding ways to self-nurture. How can you nurture yourself? Nurture that lotus seed inside of you that wants to come to life and grow up through the darkness and the density, so that, the lotus within you comes to life. And so perhaps, working with some visualization this month of seeing yourself as the seed, or seeing a seed deep within you that's, within the shadow, that's in the darkness. Because, a lot of the dark, the darkness is of our mental body's creation, right? And, this is also the energy of mental illness. Are you making yourself crazy? And I don't mean any disrespect when I say that. Are you driving yourself crazy? Because maybe that's happening too. And or is your mind driving you crazy? It's still the same thing. It's your mind. Because then you got this dragon, the rainbow dragon, and it's so beautiful. It says here, brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. And so this feels like, as the end of the month approaches and we're moving towards April, there's this, it's almost like something popped, and it's opening you up. And it's opening you up. You're open now to these new opportunities, to, you're open to experiencing more joy. Because sometimes we can get so bogged down by the experience of human life, all the trauma of it, all of that. That's in the past, though. That is really in the past. And I'm not meaning to diminish or insult anyone when I say that. It's just the truth. It's time to rise up and move on. I'm feeling like unicorn energy when I'm connecting to this guy. And it says, have trust, rediscover wisdom, and I will add your wisdom. Expect miracles and accept opportunities, right? And this card over here spoke about the opportunities as well, right? We have to be open to the magic. And, in order to truly open to the magic, we must come face to face with our shadow, with aspects of ourselves that we have denied or rejected. This is a month, it feels very much for you, Scorpio, that this is a month of unification, reunion of the divine masculine and feminine, which allow that beautiful child that, just exudes and radiates purity of heart. It's time to allow that child to come out and play, to offer a safe place for that child to reemerge. So I forgot. Let's tune into some chakra guidance here and see what's coming through for my Scorpio friends and family. I've got crazy ringing in the air. This is the same card that Virgo got. This is the same card that Virgo got. So there's a connection. Like maybe some of you have a Virgo moon or Venus or ascendant, you're rising. But there is a strong connection between the Scorpio energy and Virgo energy this month. I'm a Virgo and my son's a Scorpio. So this is, interesting to me. But look at this. You get the Passion card and it's number 25. And so again, for me, 25 is 7. 7 always directly connects to the spinal column in our body, our physical body. That's, it's not a rule, it's not a fact. That's how I feel it and see it. And so this is really this is about passion rising and, clarifying why all this confusion exists within you. Because at the end of the day, it's your physical experience that's temporary. It's the soul experience, the soul journey that exists beyond the confusion. It is the soul which seeks to clarify your journey in the here and now. This is a vibrant card. I love this card. And what is your passion? What are your desires? Not your physical desires. What is your soul? What is your heart's desire? What is your heart's desire? What is your heart's, what dream does your heart want to manifest and bring to life? Because it's possible. And this card says desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. So to really tune into these energies and move away from this energy. This is all mental body. It's like hurting my head and my hips are starting to ache even looking at it. And, the hip area is where our emotions are stored. You're called this month to really, tune in and clear away so you can really experience this joy so that you can really and I'm hearing consistently create from a joyful heart space and have fun doing it. Stop with the idea that, life is hard. Stop. And I can see it in my 16-year-old, already. And if I go back years ago, it's it's not hard. It is not hard. It is our job to be happy. It's hard if we choose to keep seeing it as hard. If we keep using that language that affirms that life is hard, it's going to be. How about we affirm, I am here to experience joy with ease, right? And if we're not doing things with ease, then we're within dis-ease in our own bodies. That doesn't feel good. That's not comfortable, right? It creates all kinds of, stuff that we bring to ourselves, additional stuff that we are not really, we don't really have to we don't really have to experience this. And yet, if we keep experiencing the same thing over and over, perhaps it's time to, try something different. So let's tune in, Scorpio, to the energy of the ancestors and see what love and support, what medicine they have to offer you for March 2020. Yes. Sea creatures, immersion. And this is really, this is so beautiful because we look at the in the water here. I'm imagining this is in the water. Look at all the dark around these beautiful, vibrant creatures, these beings of light. Working with your breath this month, Scorpio, is really going to help you, get into the depth of your emotion, and then use this month to go into it and then move beyond it. Leave it behind and make up your mind to, see things from a higher perspective. See things from with the overview of love, or the overriding energy as love. See yourself as the love that you are. I really am strongly feeling, and dolphins can be associated with that twin flame energy sometimes as well. What I'm really feeling, and divine union energy, what I'm really feeling with the dolphins, though, is this call to breathe. Work with your breath. Work with your breath to clear the density within your physical body. Work with your breath to get out of your head and into the heart mind. Working with your breath is very, stop holding your breath is what I'm hearing. Stop holding your breath, Scorpio. Work with your breath this month to really support your clearing and your healing and your victory, your ability to move beyond. Yes. Look at this, starfish. That's hilarious. This is the animal guide. This is the animal guide. Another underwater creature, starfish. Honor your own shining star. Know that star, even if you feel so weighed down and burdened by your life experience thus far, remember, you are a star and you were born to shine in this lifetime. Change. I'm feeling like something needs to change. And only you can answer for yourself what that is in your experience. Change is good. And if we don't change, we stagnate. Or we hold our breath and we die, right? We die inside. Because, working with our breath and remembering who we are really supports the star, our star, to shine. So let's see what starfish has to say. It was a familiar one last month. Starfish, beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and an exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? So this is a month of coming face to face with yourself, Scorpio, and ways in which you've held yourself back, ways in which you have stayed and chosen to stay connected to the pain of the past. Because pain doesn't exist in the present. Maybe physical pain does. The pain that holds us back is the pain that's back there in the past that we haven't healed from. So when in balance, this energy, starfish energy, is uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, it gossips and feels empty. To bring into balance positive friends. And so I feel like a part of the message is befriend yourself this month, Scorpio, because it feels like it is going to be, a bit of a roller coaster if you choose it to be. Okay, things are going to come up. Yet if we, with an open heart and with some level of consciousness, face what is coming up for us and what we are presented with, then we can overcome it from a beautiful open heart space. So, Scorpio, I trust you have felt loved and supported through these messages. I hope you have a fantastic March. If you're interested in working with me, there are some links in the comments below. If they don't work, you can copy them and paste them into the search bar. I am offering readings like this, intuitive energy check-ins and tune-ups, as well as soul messages. So if any of those are calling to you, it would be my pleasure to connect with you this month. In the meantime, other ways you can support me are by liking, commenting, and subscribing to this YouTube channel. It means more to me than you know, and it's incredibly appreciated. I see you, Scorpio. I feel you, and I absolutely love you. Enjoy the depths of your own beautiful being this month, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again in April. Until then, take good care of yourself.